presentation is going to focus on the power of community and collaboration and to reposition heritage textiles and local design business. I'm going to look at how creative and commercial partnerships drive growth by reaching new audiences and offering fresh perspectives. Learning from our past to reimagine the future. I'll present examples of best international practice which we can aspire to and how we could look at applying these ideas at home. So my name is Farinella and I'm a stylist, creative consultant and a creative director. Thank you so much for having me today, John and Grace and everybody in the room. Thank you for welcoming me. I'm so delighted to be here sharing the stage with Paula and Deirdre and Sonia, who are three amazing women who I absolutely admire so much and have given so much to the Irish fashion industry. Very proud to be here with them as well today. Sorry, I need to do both screens here. Yeah, okay. So I have been working in fashion for almost 20 years. My career has been driven by the idea of bringing people together and of connecting communities. As a creative director, I bring together creative concepts and amazing people. As a consultant, I bring together commercial, cultural, and institutional sectors. I advocate for Irish fashion through multiple collaborative and cross-disciplinary programs, from Thread magazine to international installations and curation, from dressing high-profile talent in Irish designers and to putting Irish designers on the cover of magazines. I'm also the consulting fashion editor at Irish Tatler. But during my varied, exciting and also very challenging career, I've discovered the space which resonates the most for me is connecting with Irish fashion as a design culture, representative of a rich history in craft and textile and reflective of a myriad of modern Irish identities. So it's very inspiring to be here today, part of an event which first of all acknowledges the amazing history that you have here in the Northwest and brings people together to celebrate it, but it's also creating an environment and an opportunity for the exchange of information, knowledge, ideas, and ambition. As an industry, as an Irish fashion industry, we very seriously, very badly need so much more of this focused activity in order to strengthen and progress our creative and economic opportunities. So how can we leverage the exceptional assets of the Northwest, of skill, of knowledge, and of slow design, sustainable business models? It's an amazing opportunity to come together today and to review this cultural landscape and to consider exciting new directions which could initiate some meaningful change. So my talk is going to be about community and collaboration, and also very briefly about connection as something which ties it all together. Community as we'll consider as a platform for growth of a local industry. Collaboration, ways to raise the profile of the fashion and textiles industry in Donegal and Derry on a global or in global stage. And connection, how we learn from our past to reimagine our future. Sorry, I skipped one. Yeah. So the importance of community in any creative industry cannot be understated. Essentially, we're all out on our own navigating turbulent political, social, environmental, and economic times. We're passionate about our craft, our materials, and we're intently focused on the process at hand. But we can only make things better when we stand back and we take on a new perspective. We enter into discussions and we consider the context of a wider community. We consider the wider context of community. I'd like to consider New York Textile Month as an international example to emulate. This is an example of community creating opportunity for commercial growth and connection, engaging education and public interest with industry expert Lee Edelcourt at its helm. This is Lee Edelcourt. And I'm a very big fan of hers. She's a globally acclaimed trend forecaster with a deep knowledge and understanding of love of craft and design. There's so much to learn from her initiatives and so much that we could apply positively to the Irish industry. In September of this year, she brought her World Hope Forum, which is an online conference of international reach, and it considers local design industries all over the world, and she brought this initiative to Ireland. 2 speakers from the Northwest participated. They were Mario Sierra of Morin Textiles and Chris Weiniger of Donegal Yarns. I hope I have that pronunciation right. And many of the other speakers at the event were also, in some way, their business was connected to the Northwest. So that was really, really interesting. There was a lot to take from that event, even though, full disclosure, it was on over a whole day on a Saturday, and I dipped in and out with my kids. But what I took from it, and which really resonated with me, were the words from Lee, and she was saying how we all just need to be more radical, and we need to work together more. But yeah, the talks of the World Hope Forum in Ireland are available on YouTube, so you can go and check them out. So New York Textiles Month, how could we also be more radical and work together more? New York Textile Month celebrates the knowledge and traditions which are the foundations of the industry. Throughout the month, there are exhibitions, there are panel talks, there are presentations, and there are curated walks. There's competition and award ceremonies, and there's crucial engagement for up-and-coming student talent. This event is co-organised by the Parsons School of Design, which ranks as one of the top 5 fashion schools in the world. And so we can see how this becomes such an invaluable space for the incubation of innovative ideas, and how we can, push forward into the future with this connection of textiles and fashion design. So a future focus plan for the Northwest could be designed to invite international speakers, curate cross-disciplinary exhibition, and develop panel discussion and further connect education and celebrating local heritage and skill. There are amazing collaborations of international resonance already happening. From Donegal Yarns supporting the award-winning graduate Caoimhe Dowling at the Royal Danish Academy, to Morin Textiles projects with Margaret Howell. MacNutt collaborated with Jennifer Slattery and was featured in the New York Times, or Malloy & Sons with the American artist Andrea Zattel and the Tweed project at Lismore Castle. There's so much stuff happening. I love, this is a recent shoot by photographer Doreen Kilfeather, kind of reimagining the studio of Studio Donegal. I just love that image. And yeah, I guess what I'm basically saying by presenting New York Textile Month as well, as a platform, as an opportunity, is like that. This is already happening here. As you know, if you just think about the opportunity here in the Northwest by creating this conference, and you're essentially laying the foundations for something which could be really so much bigger, have a lot more resonance for the whole of Ireland, but also internationally, and bringing global focus to the Northwest wool and tweed industries, and also kind of enhancing the design aspect. But yeah, so an event of this scale, an event of this scale would take time and resources, but we could be standing on the foundations of it today. This type of event would need collaborative support from local enterprise initiatives, government, and industry professionals. Can't be done on its own. Crucially, of course, it would need financial investment, but I believe there's real opportunity here to create a platform of international interest. From Web Summit to Offset to Drop Everything, described so wonderfully as for people who do and people who want to, or so simply and wonderfully, Ireland has a strong legacy of creating events of international interest, so we don't need to look very far for inspiration. Collaboration. Sorry. So collaboration is an ongoing trend for the global fashion industry. It doesn't matter how big a brand is, they need collaboration to push forward and to drive new interest and to reach new audiences. Here we see the coming together of 2 mega brands, Balenciaga and Adidas. The campaign is set in a glass skyscraper, I think it's New York, I'm not 100% sure, which may feel like a million miles away, but actually it's so much closer to home than we think. The videographer for this campaign is Irish from Dublin, Owen McLaughlin. And the stylist who worked on the lookbook shoot for the collaboration is Kieran Kilgallen from Kerry, old assistant of mine. I'm so very proud of him. Sorry, I missed one. Quite sensitive. Oh, collaboration. So, collaborating with creative talent, as Paula has mentioned and Sonia has also touched on, is key for brands who want to reposition themselves both on local and international platforms. As outlined in my previous slide, Ireland has so much amazing talent working at home and abroad. Collaborative brand elements, as Paula was showcasing, include casting, styling, creative direction, photography, hair and makeup, to name just a few of the elements. They're all essential to elevating brand narratives and to create visibility on further reaching platforms. Social media and direct consumer models are democratically available to everyone, but brands need to engage with contemporary storytellers to communicate to new audiences and elevate their visual narratives. During COVID, I began consulting for an amazing Irish agency called Not Another International to rebrand and position them on an international stage. The agency now champions a roster of some of the best Irish creatives from all over the world and is another great example of community collaboration and connection that's all happening right here in Ireland. So, textiles are the foundation of the industry in the Northwest, while fashion design is a more modern component. The relationship is symbiotic. It's inextricably woven together in history and technology, but they each face their own set of challenges in reaching new audiences. Many fashion designers, like so many fashion designers now based in Ireland, are now working with Irish textiles. There are many reasons behind this, from contemporary reimagining of Irish cultural heritage, search for authenticity in a globalized world, a drive towards sustainability, transparency, and eco-conscious economic decisions, to Brexit, offshore production challenges, and ultimately a sense of connection. Oh yeah, that is a beautiful. I guess, Janai, this is a beautiful tweed bomber, like or the bomber being probably the most important piece to or trend to come through next season off the runways, and it is. I mean, the design aspect is just so important. I mean, I'm wearing a blazer today by the Lanskin and Malloy and Sons, and I love it. I have tweed coats, which for years, and like they will never go anywhere. But like, absolutely, as a stylist, as a lover of Irish fashion, there's so much there. But it's about the cuts being right. It's about the design being right, in order for me to connect with it. Anyway. So many Irish designers across both men's and women's wear showing at international fashion weeks have Irish culture and craft as core brand values. It would be amazing to create opportunity to leverage this activity, highlighting the common themes of Irish designers and Irish textiles, strengthening relationships to closer align the international narrative of Irish fashion and textile design. So another international example, I'm sorry, just read my notes, sorry. One way we could do this of strengthening and aligning Irish design and Irish textiles is through competition. Competition and curation are great ways to invigorate, inspire, and push boundaries. They can successfully engage support mechanisms of bigger companies to assist the growth and development of emerging talent. As an example, the International Woolmark Prize is a benchmark for engaging the fashion industry in promoting a natural heritage textile. It's now one of the world's most prestigious awards for rising fashion talent, and it creates renewed interest in the textile year on year. It's actually massive. Like, I think this year they put 38 million into the International Woolmark Prize. So it's a huge part of the industry, and it's all surrounding heritage textile. But this year, the winner was designer Sol Nash. Is based in the UK, and whose modern designs connect active solutions with more formal requirements. He's pictured here, showing his collection to the fashion journalist Tim Blanks and writer and activist Sinead Burke, who is another amazing Irish talent and can connect this global activity straight back to Ireland again. And here she is patriotically wearing a bespoke piece by the Galway designer Colin Burke, who I'm pretty sure uses Donegal yarns. So Donegal yarns is already on that stage, if you know what I mean. It's just about bringing all the focus to this. So no, happened again, sorry. It's like the remote control doesn't work in my house either. I wonder why. So collaborative practice outside of fashion should also be supported for the textiles industry, just as cross-disciplinary activity is equally important for fashion design. The More in Textiles Robin Day chair, created for 2021, sets it on a global platform, or the beautiful Borneen tapestry rugs created by Rhyme Studio in New York with Donegal yarns are examples of the potential to reach new audiences in new territories through collaboration. Oh, shit. Okay, stop. In 2021, Irish fashion designer and artist, an amazing cross-disciplinary talent, Richard Malone curated Making a Momentum, a multidisciplinary exhibition to celebrate the work of Eileen Gray and the influence of Irish art and design worldwide. The diverse works exhibited acknowledge age-old skills and making techniques alongside radical modernism. The exhibition and designers involved were profiled in a number of important international publications, including Show Studio, Wallpaper, Vogue, another magazine, Visual Arts, and the Irish Times. So you can see how bringing people together on this kind of a platform, you can create so much more noise. We see how collaboration can inspire. It creates an environment for innovation, and it safeguards skills, and it's an ongoing trend in creating content to connect with new audiences. Just taking this slowly. Okay. So this leads me now into my final very brief point, connection. It's a simple message which can really make an impact when we attribute value to it. Connecting our past with our future, connecting our community with our commercial ambition, connecting designers, makers, businesses, students, creative and media through collaboration. Connection is a resounding theme whenever we reflect on Irish textiles and Irish fashion design. Mario Sierra quotes his mother, the founder of More in Textiles, with the words, "Out of the past flows the future." And this is developed as a core brand value for them alongside connecting values of family and continuity. And I'm sure all of the weavers and all of the heritage businesses here, they all have family at their core. They really do. And it's either the biological family, which has the brand has grown from, or it's the new family that's created by coming together in this like very hands-on creative process. So I very much hope that you'll have found something which resonated here today. We've seen how community safeguards knowledge and skills surrounding slow design, materials and process. Collaboration pushes innovation, connects with new audiences and engages diverse cultural discourses, and connection is very simply what holds everything together. So, thank you.